Hey there guys, and welcome to Jade Empire. So this is a new LP that I'm doing, and it's on a Bioware RPG. One of their less well-known RPGs actually. This is Jade Empire. I think this was made in 2005 for the Xbox, but I'm playing the PC version. I'm going to play it on normal difficulty, which is Master. There is an easier mode, but that's maybe a little too easy. And hard mode, I don't know, I probably could do hard mode, but this game isn't too difficult, but not the last mode, which is like just insanely ridiculous, so yeah. I'll keep on normal though. So this is the PC version. It has a couple extra things. It came out a few years later. One of the things you got to take into consideration though is that when they done the cutscenes, they just ported them over from the Xbox version, but they upgraded all the other graphics, so it looks kind of weird. So when you click new game, you get a character selection screen. You can pick out of 7 characters, and I know it says like character type and starting styles here, but it doesn't really matter. You can click custom here in order to set them up how you like. So you're basically looking for the one that you think will look the best, because a relatively long game, it's like 20-ish hours. Probably could do it quicker than that, but that's like doing all the side quests. It's been a while since I played this game. I haven't played it since I played the Xbox version back in 2005, 6-ish. So yeah, it's been a while. So yeah. I actually bet this game as a kid, surprisingly. So I'm gonna go like the only male who isn't showing at least one nipple, which I just saw that now. So I'm gonna go Lou the Prodigy. You could go any of the other characters, but yeah. So go to custom. Now I gotta explain the stats here. So body is basically your health. That's all it really goes into. So yeah, body is health, which is always very nice, so I'm going to put 1 point in there. But this thing here is more important because this is spirit, and you can actually use this to heal, so you always kind of want to have a bit of spirit. It also it drains when you use transformation styles, and we'll get into that later. I'm going to put 2 points in there. And the last is focus, which is for focus mode and for using weapons. It'll drain when you use weapons. So you want, I like to keep it somewhat balanced, so 3, 4, 3. Okay. Yeah, this seems good. I'll just go accept. Now I've got to choose a style. Everyone gets Heavenly Wave to start off with. This is kind of like a support style. It does no damage, but it can slow people down. So everyone gets that. Next we have 1000 Cuts. And you can double click the name in order to select it. Right, well, 1000 Cuts is the one that is fast but doesn't do a lot of damage. I used this the first time going through the game, so I found it wasn't that great actually, but yeah. Leaping Tiger, which I've heard is the best, so I'm gonna pick that because you get fucking claws. If I actually read this bit when I was younger and saw you got claws, I think I would have picked that. White Demon, well actually I should talk about what it does. It's a little slower than 1000 Cuts, but it does slightly more damage. White Demon is kind of the really slow one that does a lot of damage, and Legendary Strike is kind of the balanced one. I'm going to go for Leaping Tiger. Okay, and you pick a name now. Now I don't think the name ever comes up really apart from... oh geez, try to pronounce any of these. I don't think it really comes up apart from on your save file. I might be wrong, but regardless, I could... Wait, what the hell? I have to keep pressing it, goddammit. I could put my name, but... I may as well, right? Some people might get that, I don't know. But yeah, let's go. Accept. And it'll throw us right into our first battle. Sort of tutorial prologue thing. And be prepared to read a lot of text in this game. I'll try not to skip any of it, but, you know, if it speeds up...
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
If I can speed it up, then I will do so. So, I'm going to try and play an open palm character, which is basically like the good route. Bioware likes to do good and evil routes. So I'll play the good character. Most of the people that play this game play evil characters because it is generally more fun. I don't know. I like playing good characters in games like this, but yeah. Notice that when you go over the evil option, you get a scowl on your face compared to the like the good response. There's a neutral one as well, and yeah. But I don't care if I'm even going to be good here. I have to say, I doubt it. You strike with the grace of a cow, because I can't really say anything else, can I?
Maybe you'd like to back that up. Let's say one more bout before Master Lee steals you away.
That doesn't actually affect anything what you say, so...
Let us begin.
So, yes. Now, he's going to just let me walk around here and describe stuff. Notice down the bottom left to start off that you have two styles. I can't swap them right now, but when I get into some more battles I'll be able to. So, up in the top left you see your health, your chi, and your focus. So, where I can do several things. I'm using a keyboard for this, so it's kind of awkward. You copying me, boy. Okay, so you can press F to go into focus mode here, and focus will constantly drain, but everything is basically slowed down, which can be very useful later on, but you don't have to use it that much. You can also press E, and this will drain chi when you attack, but it will do slightly more damage, I think. So I'll do that. You can also turn it off. So, to block, you press space. It basically puts up the shield for you. But the one thing blocks cannot protect you against is power attacks. So you can heal by using left shift. So this drains chi but heals you. So which is why chi is pretty important in this game. And you of course can do power attack as well, but I want to show you something else you can do, which is an area attack. It doesn't actually tell you to do this in the tutorial part here, but if I press both mouse buttons at once, I do a little area attack that knocks people off their feet, but if they're blocking, then it doesn't affect them. And you can use the right mouse button to do a power attack. And next it's going to talk about evading, which is pretty simple. You just double tap. If you double tap towards them, you'll jump over them, which is quite useful actually. And then you just have to beat this guy, which isn't too difficult, and I don't even know if you lose if there is any change in dialogue. Also noticed that it glitched and he walked off to the wrong way.
Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
So, thanks.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Good, because there's a couple things I want to do before I go and talk to him.
Master Lee just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Cool. So, Chapter 1. So we're in a place called Two Rivers right now, which is a town with the school we're in. We actually get a style. Basically, when I was talking about styles, those are the ways you attack. This is a Rhino Demon transformation thing. You only got this if you pre-ordered the game. The PC version, I'm pretty sure. So, before I do anything else, let's go into the menu. So here's our character record here. You see the XP that you need to get to the next level. You got your body, well, your stats basically. Notice that they're kind of a little different. Basically, the spirit will give each point of spirit will add 10 chi and stuff like that. You can also go to skills. You can use like intimidation and stuff for dialogue options later on. Techniques are sort of things that improve your stats, and you'll eventually get quite a lot of them actually that will help you out. Statistics, I have none yet. And then the next, yeah. Notice that's the kind of good. The way of the open palm is the good sort of route, and the way of the closed fist, obviously, is the evil route. As if you can tell by the blue and red. So yeah, here's our styles, and then you can remap this stuff. So I'm going to put Rhino Demon to 3. You can do up to 10 styles down on your keyboard. In the Xbox version, you can only map 4 to the D-pad. So here's some followers we'll be getting. Amulet, we'll get that later too. We have our quests. You can go back in dialogue. Plot items. We got a map here. You can get a map up. Yeah, we got the world map as well. We can get a map up in. Can I actually click anything here? Apparently not. We can get a map up and stuff like that in the actual game. So load game and save game. So let's go save our game. May as well. No, of course it goes out of the mode. Deep Lang. It doesn't even say there. I think it just says it on the character record thing. Okay guys, I'm back. So the first thing we want to do is run over here and talk to this person.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
Okay. It's actually quite obvious what you have to pick for the various choices, because the open palm route is usually on top, and the closed fist route is usually on the bottom, so it's pretty obvious what you should pick.
That makes sense. Is that how you live your life? If so, it certainly seems to be an effective philosophy. You could just be pouring honey in my ears, but that's not half as fun as other places it could go. Oh my, you've gone kind of red. I shouldn't tease you like that.
Damn it, game.
Maybe I should spend more time training, and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
Now you could go through all this dialogue, but I just said, would you be interested in sparring?
Of course. I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I?
So, let's go.
Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
So I'm going to show you the Rhino Demon transformation style. This basically uses up chi as you, when you're using it. As you can see, it just drains chi basically. Quite rapidly as well. But this is pretty ridiculous, you know. So once you run out of chi, you'll revert. Now another thing you can use is the support styles, which won't do damage, but Heavenly Wave like slows enemies basically. See, I was much faster in doing that attack. So you can get some XP. So this is kind of a unique RPG. It's kind of like martial arts one. I don't know, I haven't seen many others like it that actually focus on like martial arts and stuff like that. So, what we want to do next, this is the guy I just, the prologue fight was against. So, one thing about this game is you want to check that you read pretty much everything, because some things you can get are, they will eventually give you special bonuses. This is talking about harmonic combos, which I'll go into in a while. I'm not going to read through these, but if you want to read what they say, because there is quite a lot of lore, then you can go ahead and pause it if you want. I think this one is especially important because I think this gives you a technique later on. Now, another thing we want to do is go talk to this guy over here. That's just a regular student.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City. You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
So, I'm pretty sure you were an orphan. At least the game sets you up to be. So, as long as you can remember.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Yeah, I want to spar again. You can talk to him about stuff about the Emperor, but Empire, not Emperor. But let's just spar.
It would be an honor. Are you sure you have time?
Yeah, let's go.
Excellent. Let's find a quieter spot to spar. Once we're finished, I'll have to return here and continue my meditations.
Okay. Generally, these fights are not too difficult, but you can actually lose quite a lot of health in the beginning before you start leveling up and putting points in like health and stuff like that. The annoying thing is that enemies will do that; they'll block, and then when you actually try to do a power attack, they'll stop and quick attack you. Can be quite annoying. I think the AI is a little smarter than in the Xbox version. So there's another fight we can do. So there's some other things we need to do. There's our book stand up over there. And yes, this game will take a while to get going. So yeah, there's a book stand, 10 XP.
Typical.
Okay, so we'll read this scroll stand as well. Talking about the long drought. I think that comes up a bit later. And there's a box here. Now this was actually added into the PC version, and it gives you Iron Palm and Viper styles. You can get them later on, but you have to make sure you get the 3 scrolls for each. You can only get one of them. Iron Palm is generally the good one, and Viper is for evil characters. Generally, you can get either, but yeah. Technically, you shouldn't really worry that much about your alignment, but I'm just gonna try and be a good bastard instead of being an evil prick. I have played the evil route before, but yeah. Okay. So let's go talk to this dude, Gao the Lesser.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
I'll say that.
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time worrying about my education. Master Li certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness?
Well, you're being kind of a dick.
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Okay, man. Kick your ass, man. Right, so yeah, let's go talk to the dude. Of course, stereotypically, old guy with a beard. I know.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Nope. Okay, yes. Nah, I'll just answer the first one. I'm sure you will tell me what I want to know.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Okay.
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master, Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
Okay, so what do I do then?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
Okay.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Of course, Bioware, you have to drag out these sections. Okay. Oh, I never said that before, but basically you can bring up a map in the actual area that you can enlarge a bit with the right mouse button when you're not in battle. So let's go do one of our first side quests here, which is over by this lion statue. So open this chest, and you'll get 3 figurines. I like how the yellow one is kind of discoloured, it looks more green. So you walk over here, and approach this, and then it'll turn blue, so you place the blue one. And then red, and then yellow. Pretty simple. You get a silver coin for this, and...
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
And then you can leave. So that's one thing you can do. So you'll now see that I have 1 silver to my name. So let's go and find somewhere we can spend that. So by going up this way, we come across a couple of people up here.
Oh, senior student.
Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
Too bad you're probably not that good.
This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Oh, well, they are. You can also, when you have multiple enemies, you can actually scroll through them using. I don't actually know what button it is for the PC. I might have to check that. But yeah, not that difficult.
That's enough. I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Get some more XP for that. Lovely. So over here, you can put a coin over here. And then you get that Lionhead token. So now I have 0 silver to my name. But don't worry about that, you'll get some more soon. So this is your first kind of side quest. It's not that difficult. You just got to make sure you know what to do in it. So you go up here and then you approach. And then you place the token in. And then it goes green, so you're like, okay, yellow and blue. And then it turns orange, so you're like, remove blue, add red. And then purple, so remove yellow, add blue. Fairly simple.
Examine your world from all angles, and you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
And then you can leave. And then you get Gaze of the Lion, which is a technique. I have to go in here and click that. Basically it gives you +2 health and +2 focus, so I have 132 of both health and focus right now. Handy. Now you can fight a couple more spars, but I'm going to do that a bit later on, so I'm just going to go past this guy. I could actually take the door as a shortcut. I forget about that door. Yeah, there's a door, and you can also come from that elevated path as well. So we go over here.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
So I certainly hope I am interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Okay. The walk of shame.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
So this is Dawnstar. She's going to be your first follower that you get, so may as well tell her what's happening.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
Not really. Yeah, let's... I'll say this, actually.
Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant for great things, but you must discover them yourself.
Well,
It must be
I
so
am the hero,
frustrating,
right?
But exciting as well.
I'll say this as
It
well.
is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are unknown. My skills will always be darker. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that. I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart? Let's go get your weapon from Guzhin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
And spoilers, it isn't that difficult. Let's go together.
Of course. Good company will make the walk go faster.
So yeah, you can get a follower now. It says follower gained there. If you go to the follower screen, you can click and you'll see that normally she will attack with a longsword, but if you put her on support, she will recover your chi, which is actually really nice. It's one of the more useful supports actually. So over here we got a scroll stand, we can read. 10 XP. And we got a spirit font, which recovers both your health and your chi. And over there we have a focus shrine. So this should be about 30 minutes about now, so I'm gonna go save and head through this door.